Battle lines are being drawn between Ariana Grande and Carrie Underwood, and it all has to do with the fact that Miss Underwood was willing to sing at the inauguration. Now, the Wicked star, who is neither happy nor heavy, that being Ariana Grande, is liking things on Instagram and posting things that suggest she's really, really angry at Carrie Underwood. She thinks she messed up big time. Hello, folks. Welcome back. Welcome to the place that continues to bring you the news in a very cheerful and truthful way. It is the Pro Channel, and we're happy you've come our way. If this is your first time, consider subscribing if you like what you see. And if this is your returning visit once more, well, folks, we appreciate every single time you come through that door. Welcome aboard, one and all. Folks, let's get started. We'll talk about Carrie Underwood versus Ariana Grande. Who's going to win this one, and what does it mean more broadly for how celebrities react and act with those who work with and against President Trump? This one comes to us from Breitbart. Wicked star Ariana Grande calls Trump exec order recognizing only male and female an attack on a particular type of people. Uh-oh. Wicked star, by the way, by Alana Mastrangelo. Wicked star Ariana Grande called President Donald Trump's executive order an attack. On Monday, President Trump signed an executive order rolling back woke policies enacted by former President Joe Biden, which included removing the word gender from federal documents, replacing it with sex. Trump also noted that he would end the government policy of trying to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life. Grande, herself a true politico aficionado, said, she responded to Trump by sharing an Instagram post from advocates for trans equality, who wrote, "Today is a tough day for our community. The incoming administration campaigned on attacking people's lives, healthcare, and dignity. And we're bracing ourselves for what these extremists will try to do next. No matter what comes, we will protect each other. We have fought even harder battles before and won. We'll do it again." That was the Instagram. How I read it in my head. I know it's how you read it as well. Grande also shared a tirade from podcast host Matt Bernstein, which read, "Let's be very clear." And then it goes on to label those people. "We're here before Donald Trump and will continue to be here after he's dead. Whether or not you want us to exist is secondary to the simple fact that we do. The sun does not care if you sign an executive order telling it to stop rising each morning. It just continues to rise." Somebody needs to tell the sun that it's doing that. It probably thinks that we're the ones spinning around it. But hey, who wants a little serious case of ethnocentrism there, eh? Maybe geocentrism. All right, enough of the science puns. Out of The Independent by Brittany Miller, Ariana Grande likes post mocking Carrie Underwood's a cappella inauguration performance. Uh-oh, here's the cat fight. Ariana Grande may have accidentally revealed her opinion on Carrie Underwood's performance during Donald Trump's inauguration. On Monday, the Before He Cheats singer sang her rendition of America the Beautiful a cappella after experiencing some technical difficulties. Shortly after, Evan Ross Katz, that makes it even more of a cat fight, posted a photo of Underwood singing on Instagram showing former Vice President Kamala Harris making a face. "No, not a face." Kamala Harris evoking Coco Montress, watching Carrie Underwood at today's chilling inauguration, Katz captioned the post. One of the likes on the post was from Grande, although it appeared to be removed as of Tuesday morning. Oh no, catfight got called out. An agent said, "No, you don't, sister. You put that away, Ariana." And that's where we are right now. But by the way, Carrie Underwood is getting a lot of heat for doing the inauguration. A lot of heat. It's not just coming from Ariana Grande. We'll cover that in just a moment. First, I want to go to the panel, though, and I guess just ask you, do you think this is going to wear thin the idea that we went back to boys and girls now, and the response to it is hysteria? How long do you think that's going to play out before the public's like, you know what, we're really tired of hearing the hysterics at this point?
Yeah, I mean, that's the number one thing is everybody's tired of the nonsense. And listen, Trump coming out, I think that was the first time I stood up and cheered on a statement when he said, we're saying it's two genders Men, women, that's it. That's what we're doing. We're going to put that, write that down in the executive order, whatever the case is. And I mean, I stood up and I clapped because I was like, finally, okay, we got some common sense. The adults are back in the room, so to speak. Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to really get upset about this. I understand, Hollywood is Hollywood. They're going to continue to, do that kind of nonsense. But for regular, normal, everyday, average people, most people agree with Trump, whether they, want to try to spin it some other sort of way. Most people agree with Trump. So I don't think this is going to be a very big deal, and yes, some people will cry and whine and get upset about it. It is what it is, folks. Okay. People are tired of lunacy running the asylum. I mean, running the country, the inmates running the asylum. People are tired of that. We want to get back to some normal stuff, normal problems. These are not big problems we should be constantly having to fight out in the media and talk about daily on the news. It's like, come on, let's just get back to regular life. So yes, 2 genders. That's it. That's all. You don't like it. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you, but you're going to have to figure that out some other kind of way. But, the law of the land is, I don't know if that's the law, how he's going to spit it, but I'm just tired of the nonsense and just, I deal with these. I have these conversations with my kids all the time because they live it. They breathe it. They have, folks in their, circles that, identifies this, that, and the third. And they're always asking me, Dad, how do I handle this? How do I talk about this situation? And I'm like, man, like, why do we keep having to have these conversations? So hopefully a lot of that stuff is going to start coming to an end real soon.
Agreed there. But I for one, am looking forward to the celebrities fighting with one another, like the ones who have at least enough common sense to say, you know what, I don't want to be a part of this. And then the others who say, oh, no, you have to fight. You have to fight. You got to be part of the resistance. And it's like, some of these celebrities just start saying, no, I just want to make money. I just want to be in movies that are popular. I'm done with being part of the rabid crowd.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to be foaming at the mouth all the time. It's been a decade of foaming at the mouth. We're tired of it. We're tired of it.
Hollywood's going to be the last one to go. They're gonna be the last one to give that whole train up because there's so many people in Hollywood that believe in that to the core of their being. So they're gonna be the last ones.
Did you ever think you'd see the tech bros? Did you ever think you'd see Zuck and Bezos sitting there with Trump at the inauguration, one row behind? I mean, so
they're the ones that surprise me the least. Them I expected. But because they're going to suck up to whoever's in power because they don't want to be regulated. They don't surprise me a bit. But as sick as we are of these people belly aching about this stuff, I actually want it to continue. Because think about the last time you saw a toddler throw a tantrum. They stomp their feet, they yell a lot, they threaten to hold their breath. Maybe they throw up, but then they take a nap. And when they take a nap, they wake up and they feel better. And suddenly they're sweet and they're kind and they've gotten back to where they were before. These people need to get this stuff out.
So and you're saying Ariana Grande needs a nap.
Yeah. And I think honestly, they need to spit this bile and venom. They need to continue to make themselves look foolish because that will lead them to be ridiculed, mocked, and ignored. And the one thing that they can't stand more than anything else is to be ignored. Once that starts happening and they realize that they've lost relevance, that's when they'll finally shut up. But if they continue to get attention, it's going to dwindle. This will go on for a while. So let them vomit it all up and get it out so we can hasten the return to normalcy.
So, Ron, I've got a theory about why it is that Ariana suddenly disappeared on the what could have been a cat fight with Carrie Underwood. And my theory on this is that the people who are behind the marketing for Wicked, and there's going to be a sequel, so Wicked 2, Part 2, they probably don't like President Trump. They probably don't care for the fact that Carrie Underwood sang at the inauguration, but they like money. And they're probably sitting there saying, do we really need a battle with Carrie Underwood fans for Wicked 2?
Maybe they just think that they don't want Ariana Grande to become their personal Rachel Zegler. And it was bad enough with what Cynthia Erivo said about a poster. I mean, like how self-centered can you possibly be to complain that a fan tried to honor you by making your poster more like the original Wicked. It was so the wrong take on that. But yeah, exactly. When it comes to the bottom line, the executives need to make money. That's their job. They have shareholders that they have to kowtow to, and it needs to happen. I just feel like from her personal experience, Ariana Grande probably falls in line with, I would say, even more the theater crowd than just the Hollywood crowd. And yeah, they do kind of go together, but having worked in theater so much for a lot of my life, that crowd is incredibly protective of what Lorena likes to call the Skittles gang. and I understand these people, without really necessarily needing to, they live their life in constant fear. And it's not reality, because they don't realize that we don't really care. You can do whatever the heck you want to with your own life. We just don't want you preaching to us that we have to kowtow to you. If somebody comes up to me, like, if a person was schizophrenic and they came up to me right now and said, man, what a beautiful day here it is in New York, and they truly believed that they were in New York because of their schizophrenia, I would say, I look, I'm going to be nice to you, but I got to tell you, you're in Florida right now. That you have to get reality to these people, and they don't want to live in a real world. And I'm glad that, like the DA said, we've got common sense coming back, and we've got the real world coming back to the vast majority of people just saying, look, you do whatever you want to, but in reality, there are two biological sexes, male and female. Ladies and gentlemen, moms and dads, that's what.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Magic Kingdom welcomes you to. We couldn't say that for a few years, Ron, but I got a feeling it's going to be coming back. Talking about the real world, though, in the real world, at least they have stuff to do with the Wicked celebrities. Wicked star Cynthia Erivo has been named Harvard's Hasty Pudding Woman of the Year. It's a real award, folks. It's a real award. And so we're glad that in the real world they have real things to do. Cynthia, congratulations on the Hasty Pudding Woman of the Year award. We're happy for you. Maybe that's why Ariana's mad. Maybe that's why she's a little bit catty. She didn't get the pudding award.
I will mention this as well. I think Slick Wilson says this, and we've had a couple of comments referring to this. The ability for Carrie Underwood to actually perform in that setting under those circumstances was actually pretty remarkable. And I think some of this, obviously it's political, and obviously there's biases, and obviously there's stuff where you're performing it all at Orange Man Bad's inauguration, all that stuff. We get it. But I think there's a little old-fashioned jealousy as well. I think that's kind of leaking out there, which is why we have some cattiness happening amongst these celebrities. But like I said, bro, I think everybody wants to make money. Got to read the temperature of the room. I think it's shifting.
There's another thing to consider there too, and that is this provides a great contrast. I'm going to mix the comparisons a little bit because we're talking about an entertainer versus a politician. But look at how our politicians performed when their teleprompters weren't working. We have a couple of pretty good examples of that, of people who were vying for the highest offices in the land versus this entertainer who just took it and owned it in the moment. It shows you what they're capable of doing when they don't have their crutch to lean on. And then you have to consider, is that somebody that you want leading you? Probably not.
Often as we get ready to wrap these up, folks, you'll hear us say, keep learning, keep growing, keep having fun. And the reason we do it is because we appreciate you. It's true, we do. And we want you to have a good time. Thank you for giving us the great time of spending time with you. Folks, on the way out the door, consider clicking that like button, share, subscribe, click it and stick it to the algorithms. It's the notification bell, and drop a comment down below because you matter. Your thoughts matter. Who cares what the legacy corporate deadbeat media tells you? You really are important. And we're a testament to that. We wouldn't be here without folks just like you. And since we've said it, we'll say it once more. Folks, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.